we played Loyola Marymount 2 years ago in the Bracket Buster, and our coaches were talking. It was kind of strange, and not one of our guys playing in this game tonight played in that game. It was just 2 years ago, so nobody had played against Marymount before. We remembered Ireland from last time. He's a tremendous player. We knew he was going to be a handful. I thought first half they really came out and they played well. Got the early lead on us. I thought they rebounded the ball very well, and they got the ball on offense where they wanted to get it. I thought our guys in the second half came out with a lot of energy, and especially on the defensive end, they rebounded a lot better, boxed out a lot better, and just played a lot more aggressive. Alec, he carried us for stretches offensively, did a tremendous job scoring the basketball, and I thought Bashir on the defensive end did a really good job contesting shots. He only had one block, but he had a lot that he contested that made it difficult for them to score. So thought both of these two had excellent second halves and games for us.
Coach, you changed the starting lineup, and then at halftime you went back to the old starting lineup. That's a very rare thing for you to do. You almost always never do that. Why the change in the starting lineup? Why Alexis not until 15 minutes into the game?
Well, we had a quite interesting week. Several days we only had 8 healthy players for practice. Alexis did not practice all week with us, and wasn't sure he was going to be able to play at all. We had absolutely no rhythm. I thought until I thought Nick came in and gave us a good burst, he and David, with energy, and then when Alexis came in, I thought we got back into a rhythm, and the guys seemed to feel a lot more comfortable out there. So he did a tremendous job, I think, coming in and just getting us back in a rhythm for a player who hasn't practiced all week and wasn't supposed to play today.
Alec, does that play into it when you guys are only got 8 healthy guys, and you get one of the slowest starts of the year today?
Yeah, it does, and you could see it out there today. But we knew throughout the week of practice that whoever was practicing, had to step up. Just like in the games, if we have someone hurt, someone else has got to step up. That's what we try to do the whole week in practice, and we practiced hard, and it carried over into the second half of today's game.
I know, Bryce, you could comment on, or Alec, you could comment on it yourself. Probably your better all-around games. Forget the 30 points. You scored at different places. You underneath threes, and you only had 1 turnover. You and I talked about that earlier in the week. 1 turnover. Pretty good all-around performance. Defensive too. Yeah.
It was Coach Bryce and Coach Loddick. Kept calling plays for me in the post in the beginning of the game, and it just all the work in practice that we had gone over down there and stuff. It really carried over to today's game, and they started guarding me a little bit tighter, and my teammates set good screens and got me open to hit some deep shots late in the game. So it was definitely a lot of carryover from practice this week.
The Shield had pounded the ball in the paint to start the game. I think 16 of their first 22 points were inside. What did you guys have to do defensively to kind of answer that challenge?
I think the biggest thing we had to do was try not to help so much, but just stun and get back to the low post guy. And that's one of the things we talked about in the second half, and we came out and responded to it.
Coach, when you have a game like this, does it leave you with, you came back, but does it leave you with more questions than answers after just watching the team go through just an abysmal opening?
Yeah, we are a very inexperienced team going through a season together, and I think you learn a lot about each other and about your team as you go through these things. As I say, 2 years ago when we played the game, not one of these players was on that trip with us. And so, it is a new team, and we're all trying to get a rhythm and figure things out together. I do believe guys not practicing this week because they were sick or hurt, it definitely affected us coming into the game. And the lineup adjustments, there are lineups on the floor that weren't lineups we played all year together, and don't know if we'll have some of those lineups out the rest of this year. But the slow starts are definitely something that we talk about, and but I was proud of the guys in the second half. To outscore a good team like that by 17 is a great compliment to our guys.
Talk about Levante. He missed his first 9 shots, but he's a shooter, so he kept shooting, and he finally, he made a huge three-pointer. Is that what you want from him? Even if they're not going down, keep firing at it?
Levante's done a great job in the offseason. Last year, he was more coming in a game, and we needed him to score points for us. This year, his value is more than points, and I think he really settled down and took more leadership upon his hands and tried to focus more on the defensive end. And as he let the offense work, I think our players did a good job setting some screens for him, and he made a couple nice plays. And obviously, when he got going, it helped our whole team, I think, get more confidence and play with a better rhythm.
Actually, the Shield, talk about, you had 2 field goals in the game, the dunk and then the sky hook that you had off the offensive rebound. It looked like you wanted to pass on that second one, and then, okay, I'm going to go for it. What did you see on that play?
I mean, I saw the guy, I tried to hand it off to Jordan, but a guy decided not to run, so I decided to take it to the hole.
Coaches, I mean, you like that shot? Is that, it's it's a highlight.
Yeah, he works on it every day in practice. We're big, if guys take shots in games, we want to see him taking them and working on them in practice, and that's one that he works on a daily basis. And I'm happy that his hard work paid off in a big possession like that was.
Oh, one final question. They had like 16 offensive rebounds really early in the second half. They only got 3 more the rest of the game. You guys actually out-rebounded them, but giving up second chance and the offensive rebounds, how frustrating is that?
Definitely a concern. We've been working on boxing out, and we will continue to work on boxing out. Obviously, if you could cut those in half and only give them, 10, that's a big difference on the points. And also energy level. Every time you play hard and give up an offensive rebound, you have to play the possession over. It takes a lot of energy out of you. So definitely a concern, something that we need to keep working on.
This is the final question. How much does the team change now with the addition of Keith Carter?
We'll be excited to have our whole team together. There's multiple seasons throughout the year. The non-conference season, the conference season, and then the conference tournament, and hopefully postseason. But when you add a player back now, it definitely changes things up. It'll change rotations. It definitely change how we play some, but hopefully, it'll all be for the better. And I think our team will be excited because now, we'll know that this will be our team for the rest of the year now.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Good luck in Florida.
Thanks.